Amid heightened tensions in Eastern Europe, Serbia has displayed its new Chinese-made surface-to-air missiles.
Serbia has made waves as the first European nation to deploy China's FK-3 missile system, delivered in the largest Chinese arms airlift to Europe ever. This cutting-edge system, capable of neutralizing high-speed threats, now sits in NATO's backyard, challenging Europe's defense dynamics like never before. Let's dive into the massive implications of this deployment. Serbia, a country with a history as complex as its geography, has always been at the crossroads of East and West. Surrounded by 5 NATO nations, it's managed to carve out a space for itself that's anything but ordinary. Serbia has this uncanny ability to walk a tightrope between powerful players, staying neutral while building connections on both sides. It's like watching a master negotiator at work, always keeping everyone guessing. Sitting right in the middle of Europe's geopolitical chessboard, Serbia knows how to turn its location into pure leverage. And now, with its latest military upgrade, it's clear Serbia isn't just playing the game, it's changing the rules. In 1999, NATO's bombing campaign during the Kosovo conflict left deep scars on Serbia's collective memory. This military intervention, which included the accidental bombing of the Chinese embassy in Belgrade, marked a turning point for Serbia and set the stage for its subsequent mistrust of Western allies. While many nations in the region embraced NATO membership in the years that followed, Serbia chose a different path: military neutrality. This neutrality, however, is not without its complexities. Serbia has strategically kept one foot in the West, pursuing EU membership, while fostering strong ties with Russia and deepening its partnership with China. It's a delicate balancing act, one that raises a bigger question. Can Serbia continue to walk this tightrope, or will the growing global tensions force it to take a definitive side? Now, fast forward to 2022, in a move that many would describe as historic, a fleet of Chinese Y-20 transport planes delivered the FK-3 missile system to Serbia. This marked the largest airlift of Chinese weaponry to Europe ever. Picture it, massive planes touching down, unloading cutting-edge missile systems in a scene straight out of a geopolitical thriller. It wasn't just hardware being delivered, it was a statement. The FK-3 represents more than military technology. It's a bold shift in the dynamics of power in Europe, sparking intense discussions and strategic recalibrations across the region. The FK-3 is no ordinary missile defense system. As the export version of China's HQ-22, it's built to handle medium to long-range air threats with precision. Think about it. Aircraft, helicopters, drones, cruise missiles, this system is ready to handle them all. But what really makes the FK-3 stand out is its ability to track and engage up to 6 targets at the same time, while guiding 12 missiles simultaneously. Its range is about 62 miles, and its missiles streak through the sky at 3 times the speed of sound. That's over 2,200 miles per hour. Imagine the raw power and speed packed into the system. It's not just a tool for defense, it's a statement of strength and technological prowess. But what makes this system even more significant is its advanced anti-jamming technology. In an age where electronic warfare plays a critical role in military operations, the FK-3's ability to resist interference gives it a major edge. This feature, combined with its high mobility and quick deployment capabilities, make it a versatile and highly effective tool in Serbia's growing arsenal. It's not just about defending airspace, it's about maintaining control even in the most contested environments. With its modular design and rapid adaptability, the FK-3 can be repositioned as quickly as threats evolve. This system isn't just keeping up with modern warfare, it's setting new standards. Its advanced capabilities and deployment in Europe mark a pivotal moment in military strategy. But what's truly intriguing is the ripple effect this system is already creating, not just for NATO, but for Serbia's role on the global stage. And there's more to the story, including the surprising geopolitical maneuvers behind this deployment that reveal just how deep the shift goes. For years, the European arms market has been dominated by the US, Russia, and European manufacturers. By purchasing the FK-3, Serbia has effectively signaled its willingness to embrace alternatives. This move is particularly striking given the warnings from the US back in 2020. At the time, US officials cautioned that aligning with China's defense manufacturers could jeopardize Serbia's aspirations for EU membership. This tension is just the beginning, with NATO viewing China's growing footprint in Europe as a serious challenge to its influence. The deployment of the FK-3 goes far beyond strengthening Serbia's defense capabilities. It's a calculated move that adds fuel to an already intense global power struggle. With China asserting itself in Europe and NATO keeping a watchful eye, the balance of influence is shifting in real time. This isn't the first time Serbia has turned to China for its defense needs. A few years ago, the country made headlines when it became the first in Europe to acquire Chinese-made drones. Serbia's decision to purchase Chinese missiles instead of relying solely on Russian technology is a subtle but significant shift. It suggests that Serbia is looking to diversify its defense partnerships, a move that could have far-reaching implications for the region. The deployment of the FK-3 showcases China's growing ambitions in Europe. Beijing is now entering the military market, and Serbia's FK-3 acquisition sends a clear message. China is here to compete with the West, offering advanced systems at lower costs. They're making their weapons an attractive option, especially for countries facing economic challenges. As pressures mount, it would be surprising if other nations start following Serbia's lead, further increasing China's foothold in Europe and shifting the balance of power. But there's another layer to the story, one that involves Serbia's own domestic politics. President Aleksandar Vučić has walked a fine line between East and West, maintaining close ties with both, while also pursuing Serbia's goal of EU membership. This balancing act is no easy feat, especially as tensions between NATO and its rivals continue to escalate. By acquiring the FK-3, Serbia is sending a clear message. It values its sovereignty and will make decisions based on its own interests, not external pressures. Yet, this decision is not without risks. While the FK-3 strengthens Serbia's military capabilities, it also raises questions about its future trajectory. Can Serbia continue to balance its relationship with NATO, the EU, Russia, and China? The answer to that question could reshape the geopolitics of the Balkans for years to come. As we look to the future, one thing is clear: the FK-3 is more than just a missile defense system. Whether this marks the beginning of a new era or simply a temporary realignment remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: Serbia's deployment of the FK-3 has changed the game, and NATO will have to adapt. As NATO faces this new challenge, one thing is clear: the game is changing. Is this the start of a seismic shift or just a bold outlier? Let us know in the comments what you think. For more explosive insights into global defense and geopolitics, like, share, and subscribe.